It's been a couple days since Project Hail Mary has been released to the general public. By the time you're watching this video, it's been well over a week. And you've probably heard things like, it's better than Interstellar. It's even better than a book. It's the reason we show up to the theaters, and it's the best movie so far of 2026. And now you're wondering what I think. Or you don't care because I'm not your movie guy with a lot of emotion. And you're right, you shouldn't care what I think. You shouldn't care what anyone thinks, to be honest, because what matters is what you think. But because it's my channel, I'm gonna tell you what I think. And I think the hype is warranted. I think anyone can go watch this film and enjoy it. You need to click off this video and go watch it before it leaves theaters. And now I need you to sit down because I got a big revelation that's gonna probably knock you off your feet. I think the winning formula when it comes to these adaptations is staying true to the source material. Because Chris Miller and Phil Lord stayed true to the contents of this book, watching Project Hail Mary felt like hearing the song Sign of the Times for the first time. And don't worry if you haven't heard it, I got it for you right here.
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times. We gotta get away from here. We gotta get away from here. Just stop your crying, it'll be alright. They told me that the end is near.
If you wanted a review, that's all I got. You can click off this video now. But if you're staying, then I have something more to give. Something that not many people are really focusing on right now. Grace. No, I'm not talking about the character Ryland Grace, although I will get to the symbolism there. I'm talking about grace. Many people match grace to theology. In Christian faith, grace is the free, unmerited love of God. It's often described as a gift, surpassing simple mercy by giving what is not deserved. Whether you're religious or not, this movie understands a universal truth. People are changed when someone gives them what they did not earn. Humanity in the film is gonna go extinct. That's a fact. The sun is being dimmed by the 𝙬𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚛, and humanity discovers that. They also discover a nearby star that isn't being affected by the 𝙬𝚘𝚎𝚑. This prompts a desperate one-way mission to discover how that star resists the parasite. But humanity's saving grace isn't the star that doesn't get affected by 𝙬𝚘𝚎𝚑. Humanity's saving grace is Ryland Grace. But Ryland Grace is not willing to go on this mission because he knows he won't return. He's a man named after the very thing he does not embody at first. So he's gonna be selfish and die with the whole world. Humanity doesn't hand its future to its bravest man. It hands it to its most necessary one. This matters because grace in this story does not begin as a virtue. It begins as a need. And if you want to get theological, grace often is not God choosing the most righteous. It's God choosing the most useful, then transforming them through the calling. I feel like the best decision they've made in the book was creating Rocky. And I haven't really read the book, but I watched Rocky represent the pure version of grace before Ryland fully grew into it. You can think of it like this. Humanity sent Ryland off despite his will. They know they're sending a man to die because he won't have enough 𝙬𝚘𝚎𝚑 to make it back to Earth. Rocky comes into the picture and immediately gives Ryland an opportunity to go back home. But now Rocky suffers the consequences of that by returning home way later than he usually intended. Rocky doesn't know much about this guy. Actually, he just found out he was lying to him about being able to return back to Earth. I thought he was brave, but this guy's a liar. What else could he be? A cheater, a murderer, a racist? I mean, at this point, friendship doesn't seem safe. But Rocky gives Ryland what grace always gives, a room to become more than what you are. And that's why Project Hail Mary hit me so hard. Because beneath all the science, the spectacle, the humor, and the wonder, this movie understands something deeply human. Grace is not just mercy. Grace is not just kindness. Grace is not just a name. Grace is what happens when someone gives you what you did not earn. And the highest form of that is sacrifice. Because anybody can love when it's convenient. Anybody can stay when it benefits them. Anybody can help when the cost is low. But when love asks you to give something up, your comfort, your future, your plans, your way home, and you still choose someone else, that's when love becomes real. That's when love becomes visible. That's when grace stops being an idea and becomes an action. Ryland Grace doesn't become grace when he solves the problem. He becomes grace when he turns around, when he gives up the ending he thought he wanted to save the friend who gave him the thing space couldn't. Connection. Connection, trust, friendship, love. Maybe that's why this movie works so well, because Project Hail Mary isn't just telling us that intelligence can save the world. It's telling us something bigger, that the greatest breakthroughs aren't always scientific. Sometimes, maybe sometimes, the thing that saves the world is a man learning that the greatest form of love is sacrifice. And that sacrifice might just be the purest form of grace.